my nimmies. You know, I got a thing with my nimmies. You know, they small, they not all big, but they just right. You know, for me. You know what I'm saying? So that really hurt me, and I had to go through a lot to accept myself just looking in the mirror. And it got to the point where one of my nimmies was pitch black. It was all the way pitch black. It was like areola, everything was pitch black, and I had to deal with that. Then you go through the itching and the peeling and the burning, and it's so much. And then you have scar tissue, because prior to radiation, once you know you find out and they send you to these doctors, you have to have it removed. First things first, take it out. You know, the treatment comes to prevent it from coming back or to shrink it depending on the size. So, you know, you're still in pain, you still have that uncomfortability from having a surgery. Then you have to deal with now the discoloration. Now you have the scar tissue, because the radiation, the laser is making the scar tissue harder and harder and harder. So you can't, I mean, I wouldn't wish it on nobody.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't wish this on nobody.
Radiation, for me, it made me very tired. I was tired every day, and you are immediately tired. It's not like chemo was different, and you waited 2 or 3 days for you to get sick. Like with radiation, you are immediately tired. You have to go right home. But if you get that power nap in, I used to do this. I used to go straight home from radiation, and go to sleep, because I had t-shirts to sell. I had time for that crap. So I had time for that crap. I was laying down, and I would get my rest right after radiation, and then I would pop right back up. I would sleep for like 2 weeks. But radiation took a toll on my body also, with the burns and everything. I cannot think of the name of that cream I used. If anybody can think of that cream, call in that cream. 973-536-1165. We're live, nonfiction radio at the Black Widow Hours. I'm trying to think of the name of that cream that I use, but whatever it is, my right breast, the skin on it, it looks fine. I've seen people with burnt skin, like radiation can do horrific to the skin. Horrific. And my skin looks okay, you know. So Tarsha, you did 12 weeks of the AC, which by the way we call the devil. It's the 4 weeks of it?
4 weeks of AC.
4 weeks of AC.
Now I'm doing 12 weeks of the Toxel.
Toxel, that's what it was. 12 weeks of Toxel.
My first treatment of the Toxel.
Yes, and she's doing very well.
All right.
She called me and she's like, when we were on the phone, she was like, so this Toxel, they tell me that it's going to be easier. Are they lying to me or not? And I'm going to tell you.
The AC was
the AC is horrible.
Worse.
Yeah, talk about that. The AC is, you can look this up, ladies, if you're listening. If you have anything past stage 2, you usually get chemo. You get a chemo combo of AC and Toxel. AC is a red liquid. We call it the red devil, and it makes you extremely sick. Extremely sick, extremely tired. You feel like you're pregnant all the time.
I was going to ask you that. Is that the one that makes you nauseous?
Nauseous, yes.
Okay.
On top of me with a bald head and no eyebrows, I gotta be thrown up constantly. It was bad. It definitely was bad.
Y'all look gorgeous, so I mean, if you touch your girl, please.
There are days that I feel like I look like a freak or something.
Yeah.
Some days are really bad.
Yeah.
No, you're a good girl. When I see a picture up there, I said, ooh, she cute. I'm calling her. So I hit you up on your page one day. It was like 2 weeks ago, and everybody was on your page, and I hit her up because I was like, well, I don't know her. Why she don't know me?
And that's my Facebook is my motivation, my inspiration. Like,
You can
I
get
have
out
a lot
there,
of supporters, a lot of people praying for me, and some days I need that.
Oh yeah.
It really, really helps. I have people say, how do you put your business on Facebook? How do you say that? Why not?
I can say
I gotta deal with it.
But you know
I
what?
can save somebody else's life.
It's not even. It's your business to spread the word, to save a life. That is your business.
I wouldn't want nobody.
And you know, most people that say things like that are jealous because they don't have the, like people, let me tell you something. I have people that can stand me because how dare she get this popular, but they forget how I got this popular. You know what I mean? I went through what I went through, you know, and I decided, you know, I'm not gonna fall down. I'm not gonna, you know, scrape my knees and say, oh God, woe is me. No, I'm gonna get up. You know, with or without friends or family, because people shut doors in my face.
And
plenty.
guess what? They can go.
And they can go. And you know, touching on that, I like to touch on that. Touching on that, you know, things happen. I had to ask myself, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
I work 2 jobs, I go to school, I did everything,
Yes.
you know, I didn't do anything to deserve it. Why me, why me? Why this couldn't have happened to one of my girlfriends that doesn't work, that lays around and collects a welfare check? Why could, you know what I mean? Whatever.
That work hard, got kids, take
Like, I know a few people that,
Yeah.
you know, why me? Why me? Why not me? Thing was, God does not bestow, and this is from B.I. Shout out to B.I. He's not spiritual or religious, but he always coming up with something. He said to me, you know, God doesn't bestow on you what he knows that you can't handle. And it was, he had a plan. Again, he knew my big mouth was going to spread the word. He knew I was going to turn it into a non-profit. He knew I wasn't going to lay down. That's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the lay down type. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be screaming for for a long time.
With
A long time.
With you too. I'm telling you.
Right.
You know, this disease will take you out if you let it. And when I say that, I mean, it starts with your mental and your mentality, with your mind.
It
Okay?
sure is.
If it gets to controlling your mind, you in trouble. Now, there was Alicia is very strong-minded. She's, I'm set in my ways. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I want to, you know. And I harassed her.
Yes.
You know, I harassed her. I called her. You know, and you know, I didn't want to push too much to push myself out the way. But I was harassing her. You know, calling her. You know, okay, well, all right, and being real sarcastic. Okay, well, you know, saying little smart things. All right, then we hang up the phone. No, she's looking at that phone like, I'm about to rip her neck. She thinks she is.
You know,
But I was doing that to say, you know, okay,
Thank you for that.
just understand that I know you're feeling like this now, but this is temporary. We gonna get through this. We gonna sit back at this day and say, girl, we went through that, and look at us now. You know what I mean?
Cancer in his butt like he did
But let me tell this quick story. So
You go right ahead.
I had this cookout, right? So I didn't tell the family yet. Maybe 2 family members, but I had this cookout. So of course I'm gonna call my sister girl, boo, come on through to the cookout. Well, why wasn't I thinking Yolanda come through? Fuck cancer. She got people with a t-shirt. She got all so then everybody looking at me. So I'm like, okay, Alicia, just get low. So I get slow. I goes outside and sit with Ruben. So Ruben, which is her son, Yolanda's son.
My twin.
Yeah, it's her twin to the bone. Oh, he's his mother's child. He said, well, what you doing? I said, I'm hiding, Ruben. He said, well, who you hiding from? I said, your mother. Because now everybody in the house going to know that I have cancer. And he looked at me, and at that point, I mean, he made me feel so stupid. The look in his eyes was like, so you telling me that all them people in here is your family? And I'm talking about aunts, uncles, cousins, everything. I'm not talking about
cars.
my supposed to be family. I'm talking about my real
Immediate family.
He said, you not saying nothing? I'm like, well, hell, I got your mother here now. I don't have to say too much of nothing. And he talked to me. He said, you know what? He said, you know, I deal with this with my mother every day. You gotta talk about it. You know, and he calls me auntie. He said, auntie, you gotta talk about this. You can't do that to yourself.
It will drive you
And you know, that touched me. You know, in a way, you know, like, you know, wise beyond his words. He knew. And when I did decide to say something, which the next day, had no other choice because everybody wants to know why do I have this crazy lady coming to my house with fuck cancer, with a shirt on and everything.
I was right up in there.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up with one of her other cousins, Matt D, and that's like a twin.
Yeah.
And he was the only person in her family that she had told. Because that's her best favorite cousin, you know, they close. And he was calling me off of her because he was calling me, telling me, well, she on this mission, she's going across country. I don't know. You need to come back and talk to her. And I don't know why you encouraging this. I said, wait a minute, first of all, she's a grown woman. She can do what she want to do. I said, but this is whatever she needs to do. She's coming back to do the treatment. How do you know that? I said, she's gonna, because she's a daughter here. She's coming back.
Right.
She's coming back. She just needs to do what she needs to do. And I was aggravating her on the trip because I was a little nervous. Is she coming back? So I was calling. Lisa, you all right? She said, Yolanda, I'm on the beach. I'm clear thinking.
It's a mental thing.
You know? And she needed that. She needed that. You know?
It's completely mental. One of the first things that, 2 of the things that stuck to me that my doctors and nurses said to me was, one, it's not the cancer that's going to kill you, Alicia. It's the stress.
The stress.
Don't let nothing stress you.
Right.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Right.
Get it away from
Right.
you because it will kill you.
Right.
Another thing that they stress to me is that there are so many free programs and there are so many things that you can do.
Right.
Don't be ashamed to take a free class. Don't be ashamed to get a free massage. Don't, and Overlook Hospital, shout out to them again. I goes and gets my free massages. You know, I started taking up Qigong. Yoga, you know what I mean? And all of those things contributed to me.
It's about meditation. And we were talking about that.
Meditation stuff. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm probably not normal, but anyway, I can't stop thinking, and I can't meditate. I tried, I can't do it. I mean, I can get in a position, I can do all that. But I can't, you have to get your mind to stop racing, and I can't. I'm thinking about Trader Joe's. I forgot to get the You're not supposed to be thinking about that.
What's on sale?
What's on sale? You're not supposed to close your eyes and think about that kind of stuff. So we do have a free class coming up. It's in Bergen County. Shout out to Dr. Becker if you're listening. She's one of the doctors I used to work for in Bergen County, and she has a yoga studio. She wants us to come out there and visit her.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I told her.
I'm so Qigong right now.
She's been doing it for a long time, so I'm hoping she helps me out with it. Like I said, but meditation is very important. There are a lot of things that you can do for yourself. I will tell you, meditation is key. Just getting by yourself, praying, that's key. Getting negative people out of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Negative people out of your life. Please get them out of your life.
One more again.
Cut them off.
They get rid of themselves. They get rid of themselves.
They do.
They get rid of themselves. They sure do.
And you don't have to do nothing.
All your friends who are your real friends and family that's going to help you and be there.
They're going to be there.
They're going to be there.
The ones you thought that may be there.
But where are they running from? I don't understand.
Well, see, they would never see. And I have to say this, and I know y'all gotta agree with this. You see, a lot of times we're friends with people that we've been friends with since.
You'll never understand. They think you're strong, you're a fighter, you're gonna get through it. I'm strong, but how long do you gotta keep being strong?
Right.
I went from working 2 jobs, doing online classes, trying to take care of 2 kids, tired, overworked, and you know what? But what you don't do for yourself, God don't do for you. Everything stops.
We are women here as raw.
Okay.
We do what we gotta do.
We do
It's so funny that you just gotta slow down.
It's so funny. I honestly believe that, I mean, as a woman, we are so, as women, period, we're so strong. I mean, I gotta find this meme I have. It's a woman battling breast cancer, and then there's a man with a common cold, like stretched out on the bed. He can't move. I can't go to work. I can't do this. I can't do that. Sorry, Chris.
Can't do nothing.
But I mean, that is kind of true. I mean, how many of us have sat on the phone with our babes or our boos, and they give us this 30-minute speech about how they ate something and their stomach hurt, and you looking at them like, are you freaking kidding me? What I just went through, I gotta eat this crap. Are you kidding me? And then
sore throat even.
I wake up in pain every day, and I gotta hear this crap. Okay. And then but you know, everybody's measure of pain is different.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, you know. But I feel sorry for some people that I talk to, because it's like every little thing is a big deal. You know. I had a girlfriend say to me the other day, I flipped out on the gas guy. He did something weird. And I flipped out on him, and she said to me, you get mad over every little thing. I said, that's because I can handle the big things. You know what I mean? Because I can picture her with breast cancer. Oh, God. No. But she's flipping on me about the gas. Is she dating this guy? Why she even care? Why does she care that I'm flipping out on the gas guy? I didn't get it. You know, it's like people always have something like to say, you know, it's like right now I am really at a point in my life, like, if you're not helping me, just shut up. Okay, shut up. Okay, I have done my own thing for a very long time, and you can't even convince me that I need you.
Right.
You know, people cannot convince me that I need them anymore. You can convince yourself, not me. Okay? So people, you know, I had a friend, he types 120 words an hour. I gotta put up with you because you type 120 words. No, there's apps for that. Okay? I don't have to put up with that. There's apps for that. I refuse to be treated. You know, I have a book I'm writing. You know, that's exciting. you know. But when people know that you're that passionate, okay, so I'm gonna create an argument right in the middle of her book. No, I don't care. The buy, because I went to Best Buy and I bought an app for $59.99 that I can talk my book into, write my own stuff. You don't need people. People, let me tell you something. Word to the wise. You don't need people. You know, people will brainwash you to thinking that you need them. I have been doing a lot by myself. Shout out to those for a very long time. A very long time. Oh, you only need him. Okay, and if whatever your spiritual thought is, or the other day I wanted to say Allahu Akbar. I don't know why. I'm not even Muslim, but I knew I had arrived somewhere. You know what I mean? I knew like 2 days ago. I was like, oh, this feels good. Allahu Akbar. I don't know why I said it, but I knew I arrived. I knew that God was taking me to a whole nother place. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand, we were picked. We were chosen. You know what I mean? Like, I am a strong believer in, like, oh, I'm a weirdo. I believe in all type of angels and, you know, whatever. And I'm not like witchcrafty, but I do believe in spiritual things. Things that happen for a reason. I believe in fate, karma, this, that, cause and effect. I believe in all that stuff. I'm a strong believer in mathematics. If it doesn't add up, I don't deal with it. It gotta add up. If it don't add up, you know, what am I doing? Listen, I deal with dividends. I sell T-shirts. I be telling people, I sell T-shirts. Look.
Speaking of T-shirts, let's give one away.
We're gonna give a T-shirt away. The first caller calling in, and I'm hoping it's my girl because she's been texting away.
Well, she should have a T-shirt already.
No, I don't think she does because she's out in, I want to say Queens, New York. Queens, New York. We want to give a T-shirt away. We have the F Cancer T-shirts on deck. If you want to call in, 973-536-1165, and we're gonna go to commercial.
You can see us. This is how it looks.
This is how it looks. I think that camera's on everybody. You got it? You got the time?
No, you're here.
Okay. So, keep going.
You go right here.
Okay. So we're going to go to a commercial and then we'll come back and we will give away that free T-shirt. Again, on all the different horrifics of the disease, we're talking about the financial strap. Oh, did we talk about the financial strap?
No.
Let's get to that. And we talked about the emotional part, the physical part. You know, let's talk about the financial part. And I just want to say briefly, that's where my nonprofit came into play. I realized I went from renting a house in Bloomfield, driving a Lexus, to living in Newark, driving a Taurus real quick. And I realized that I reached out to a few agencies and, you know, talked to a few agencies about, you know, getting, what do you call it, funds and everything. One agency gave me $1,000, another agency gave me $500, but it was very, very few, and it was very, very far-fetched. You know what I mean? So in this area, I have become the face of breast cancer, you know, and not the ugly face of it. For the most part, that's what I intend to do, help people financially. Right now, with selling T-shirts, selling hoodies and everything, I'm only able to help 1 to 2 women per year. I'm hoping to help 10, 15 women per year. So we got a lot growing. It's all a process, you know. I want to be able to get gas cards out to people that need transportation, ShopRite cards out to people that need food. You know, it's all a process.
Walgreens is good, because I've had
Walgreens,
high co-pays, and that's with insurance.
And that's the other thing. This woman, her daughter died from breast cancer. She sent me a packet, and she sent me a Rite Aid card. And at the time, I didn't have insurance. I had charity care, and that helped out with my medication. It was $100 on the card. $100 on the Rite Aid card. It paid for most of my medication. I even ended up on crutches during chemo because my bones had gotten so brittle and I couldn't walk, you know. So I paid for crutches, you know, off of a lot of those cards. So, you know, we talk about the financial strap. We have a caller calling in. Chris, you want to grab that call? We might have some questions. Chris stepped in. So, Cindy Mars, that is her. She's calling in from.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Cindy, give us a minute. We're waiting for Chris, and Chris is gonna grab that call when you come back. I can show up. Well, we're definitely going to talk about the financial strap that it does put on you. Alicia, you want to talk about how you planned ahead Because after I told Alicia what happened with me, Alicia, she did a good job with planning. She really did a good job with planning.
Well, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Like I said, when I started dealing with this, it was during my last semester in college. So for my birthday, which is in January, I treated myself to a new car. You know, I went out there and I brought myself a BMW, and you know, I already had the house going and everything. And once I linked up with Yolanda, you know, and other sisters, and I started talking, you know, more and more about it and finding out, the issue mainly was the stress and the money. The stress and the money, and that goes hand in hand. So I said, you know what, this is how we going to handle this, because I already know how I like to live. I'm accustomed to living a certain way, you know what I mean? So we're going to move about this house. You know, we're going to downsize this house, and we're going to use this money so I can go on vacation and get away, you know, and limit my stress. And I downsized everything except for my gift to myself, my new car. That I wasn't giving that away, you know.
You need to get some treatment.
I'm gonna get back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, but I downsized a lot of things. I stopped doing a lot of things. But what I did was I substituted those things. You know, I like to go out. I like to have a good time. I started having more things going on in my house. You know what I mean? Saving that extra buck. Now, where I messed up at, Kawinky think how life works. Right before I was diagnosed, my health insurance from my job, shout out to them, 100% coverage. Here I go. I've never had a cavity in my life. I've never broken a bone. So we're gonna downgrade this insurance right here, and I would never forget HR saying, "You sure you want to do this, Alicia?" I said, "Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with me." You sure you? I said, "I'm tired of paying this every month. You know, this high premium. You know, and I'm fine. I go to the dentist, everything's good, nothing's wrong, you know." The following month, all hell broke loose.
Wow.
But did you change it? Did you change it?
I changed it. I changed it. So now I had copays. I didn't have copays before. Right before this, I had no copays. They covered 100%. So now it was they only cover 70. I got copays. So now it's ruining my credit. You know what I mean? These bills are coming. I'm on disability.
Yeah.
These
They
bills,
don't care
the
what
bills
you
don't stop. And then these people call like they don't know.
Right.
Something's wrong. If I have a $10,000 hospital bill, you know what I mean? It's nothing small. If I got a $30,000 hospital bill, it's nothing small. And they will call you and will curse you out. This is a personal business matter. So now I gotta put you on the block list because I ain't. I don't even have it. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna let you stress me out. But what I try to do is, and I would advise anybody to do going through this, you know, if you have enough time, you know, and plan ahead. Plan ahead. Just, you know, don't stop your life. Just minimize a couple things here and there. You know what I mean? Switch things up, you know, here and there a little bit. You know what I mean?
Stop spending.
Stop spending. You know, stop just throwing money around and things of that nature. Because now look, you know, not to mention, let's just say this too. You only have 3 months to start paying tuition back once you graduate. So my intention was, I'm gonna go to school so I can't go to school anymore. I'm taking it, but now I can't. You see what I mean? So now it's coming in, I have to start paying reimbursement. You know, I have to start giving these people their money back. So now I have, I got one.
Okay.
They gave me one deferment, but now that's expired.
Couldn't get a room? Try.
You might.
Try, because
but you know what? Now I may not need it now. I may not need it now because my last test, everything was fine. They want me to do one more doctor's appointment. After that, I can go back to work.
Gotcha.
And when I can go back to work, I'm going back to school. I've always been in school. That's just me. I'm a bookworm, you know.
Me too. I'm a career student.
Yeah, I stay in school. I've been going to school.
I think for the most part, I swear to you, like, there's a lot of like things in my vocabulary. I just thank you for college degree because all that stuff, math and all that stuff, I think I used algebra once in my adult life. You know what I mean? I'm serious. But like all of the you know, going to school, I used to sit in the classroom sometimes like, what am I doing here with these kids? I need to be like, what am I doing here? You know? And you want to stop. You stand in that line registering and you aggravated with financial aid and this and that. But you know, I have 38 credits to go and I'm going to get my bachelor's degree. I don't even know if I'm going to be a social worker. Most likely I will, but it'll be probably to another degree. You know what I mean? You know, counseling women like us. Cindy's calling. Let's answer the phone for Cindy. She got 718 homegirl. She's from New York. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, are you the Black Widow?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm listening to the show. I'm feeling you guys' energy is ridiculous, right? It's so positive, even though
Thank you.
there's cans all up in the goddamn room, right?
All through here.
My daughter, I should be crying. That got me here laughing. The way you guys are just telling it like it is. Like,
Right.
It's just so, like, you know, you're going through so much pain, but it's like, listen, I'm here, I'm fighting this, and this is what it is.
Right.
And I respect it.
Right. You know, and, you know, Cindy, just, you know, it was a time, we did cry. You know, I tell a lot of people, like, you know, I make this look real good. You know, but on any given day, I will break down.
I know me. I know me.
I'm trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy, do you have any questions for our guests today? Do you have any questions? Anything you want to ask anybody here?
I think she just hung up.
Okay, Cindy.
We lost Cindy.
Cindy, if you'll call back, we just want to know if you have any questions for our guests here. Just give us a call back. Again, 973-536-1165. If anybody wants to give us a call back, give us a call. We are live here on Nonfiction Radio. I'm LA, the Black Widow, along with my girl Karima K.
Hey.
Wait a minute, we got Cindy calling through the cell. I'm loving her.
I'm gonna get through.
We're gonna plug her in. Hold on, Cindy. Do we live? Okay, my phone hung up. Cindy, call back. Call back. I love Cindy.
And shout out to all the people in New York. You know, that's my second home.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to you guys.
Shout out to, we are gonna
The
be.
cancer survivors.
Yeah, shout out to all the
All
cancer
our
survivors.
sisters.
Definitely.
All of them.
Whether they fight any kind of cancer.
Right.
Exactly.
Cancer, prostate,
Yes.
anything.
Anything.
Endometriosis,
To the kids. To the kids that's out here.
Yes.
Shout out,
Leukemia,
special shout out to a young man by the name of Jacob from Queens.
Team
Farm
Jacob.
Rock. Team Jacob, yes baby. This boy,
I saw that on
Can y'all hear
Instagram.
me?
yes.
Yes.
You Cindy?
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, she back.
She's in the building. Okay, Cindy, do you have any questions?
I didn't know if you ever, I was saying, like, I'm listening to you guys, and I had my kids stay up and listen, and I was saying, look, these ladies, they have cancer, right? And life still goes on, right? But see how life goes on? They're not hemming and hawing, they're not negative, they're telling you the way it is. You know, my kids are 10 and 13, so them listening to you is just like, you know, I'm letting them know, like, look what they're going through.
That's
so
great.
I definitely, but I did have a question. My question was, because I've had family who's had cancer. Like you guys just said, if you've never been through it, you don't know. You can only say, oh, I sympathize and I have compassion. You don't know until you actually walk the mile with the truth. My question to you is, if today somebody comes out that they had cancer, what would you advise? Like, what would you say to them that you wish you had somebody say to you?
Well, me personally, the first thing I'd be screaming is F cancer. I wouldn't care if it was an old lady, young girl, whatever. That's the first thing I said, look, we gonna beat this. You know what I mean?
It's
Don't
gonna be
worry. And the first thing I tell people, because everybody is freaking out, okay? First thing I grab them and say, we are all terminal. We are all going to die, okay? Maybe some of us sooner than others. There are people walking around with cancers, don't even know it, just want to drop dead one day. You know what I mean? And you cannot live your life like a Greek tragedy. Somebody saying, great job, proud of you tonight. Oh, I'm loving these people. Shout out to Biz. Cutting into my, texting me. But you know, you really have to want to live.
Yeah.
You know, you really have to want to live. And a lot of people, you know, you might think with all the other things that are going on in your life, you're like, well, with all this happening, you know, maybe this is my time.
Yeah.
And I know you were, because you had to break up with the boyfriend, you had all the other stuff going on, you know, and believe me, I've been there. I definitely been there, especially with the relationships and the support mechanism. You know what I mean? Trying to find out who's gonna be in your corner. You know what I mean? Are you still there, Cindy?
Yeah, I'm working.
So, for the most part, is my advice to anyone would be to, don't get in your head, don't get on the internet. That would be the first thing.
Do not Google it.
Do not Google it. If you start
That
Googling
drove me
stuff, you
nuts.
lose your mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the time I finished Googling it, I had cancer, lupus, diabetes.
Me too.
I gave myself so much stuff. I had everything.
Let me tell you something. After I Googled, I was gonna die on a Wednesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the rain with a cat standing by the window, a bird flying out. I rolled wind out. I was out of here. I'm telling you, but that girl, everything. But it was to me, I just couldn't see myself.
Oh my God.
Not being 8 years old, laughing at myself in the mirror. Like, I couldn't picture myself not being able to see how many wrinkles I'm gonna accumulate. What my boyfriend's gonna be like in the nursing home. Like, you know what I mean? I need to know that. Like, I don't wanna be cheated out of that. And so that's why I was extreme with my doctor saying, you wanna remove one breast, you wanna remove both. And that's where I came up with the conclusion, to remove both.
Get them out, both of them.
Yeah, and I would like to add that,
This is Alicia talking.
Yeah, I would personally tell someone, do what's best for you. Because you have to deal with this. You have to look into the mirror. You have to face this. You have to make all of these decisions until you can no longer make them, and hopefully it would never go that far. And seek counseling. Counseling is not a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing. I did counseling in the beginning for about 3 weeks. And I think it worked. I think that's how I was able to keep it a secret for so long, because I had my little therapist that I was able to talk to, and get it off my chest. Don't be ashamed or afraid of therapy to talk to somebody, embarrassed or anything, like that. Because think about therapists need a therapist. So
right.
You know what I mean?
And like I said, the first thing you don't want to let this do is attack your mental. Once it gets to your mental, once it gets to your mind, you can forget it. It's gonna break the rest of the body down.
And some days are gonna be like that.
Yeah, some days are gonna be like that, especially when you feel like crap.
You feel like crap, you look like crap, everything's horrible, you're crying, you feel like you're gonna die, and it's...
Thank God for makeup. Shout out to Bobby Brown and all the other cosmetic makeup people that come out with this fabulous eyebrow pencil and all this.
I'm not even penciling them in. I got spots everywhere, eyelashes missing, but you know what? Just keep my hat on and I just keep it moving.
Well, I went through pre-menopause.
Me too. I'm hot all the time.
Yeah, I went through pre-menopause, and I used to draw my eyebrows on in the morning, and by the end of the day, I would wipe one off. And this guy was staring at me, and I'm like, what is he staring at? He's looking at me. What are you looking at? And he was like, and when I finally, what is he looking at? I finally went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, I got one eyebrow on. I'm like, I'm losing it. And I probably walked around like that all day. They probably wiped it off first thing in the morning. It was like 1 o'clock. Nobody said anything. I look like a crazy person. So,
shout out to her kids for staying up late.
I was gonna say that. Would you got girls or boys, Cindy?
I have a boy and a girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the phone with y'all.
Hey y'all!
But good night, y'all, and thank you so much for calling, Cindy. We're gonna get back to our show.
And definitely wonderful show. Awesome. Like I thought I would be like crying listening to this. My show. They look just so happy.
Thank you.
So Wikipedia tail and shit. I'm just like, ooh.
Well, thank you. Like I said, we are really trying to be honest about a lot of things. But, the fact that, a lot of people are like, oh man, you make breast cancer look like a sucker. You make cancer like a sucker. Yeah, that is
cancer's kicking out butt.
It is kicking out butt.
I say I'm like, cancer's butt all the time.
Yeah.
But really, cancer's kicking kicking my butt.
Yeah, cancer will kick your butt. Let me tell you. And it's the treatment. It's the what you have to go through to get better. That kicks your butt. The whole adjustment of your life. Your whole life
My whole
is
life
adjusted.
changed. Everything.
You know, everything is changed.
And it's okay. It's okay.
Because change is good.
Change is good.
Change is good. It's for the better.
I mean, we could have went down another way, but I mean,
I agree with that.
I wanted to lose that weight. They don't think I was fat, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tag you with some pictures. I'm gonna tag you with some pictures, Cindy, later, because they don't think I was fat. But I know I was fat. I was
I knew her whole life, and she was never fat.
I was fat.
She did probably a year too thick.
And I wanted to lose weight, and I was at the New York Sports Club paying $70 a month, barely going. I was trying to do Beyonce diet, nothing worked. And finally, they took that tumor out of me. I started dropping weight like crazy. Now, this is not a good way to lose weight.
Right.
Or to lose your hair.
Or to lose your hair.
I had
you know?
locks for 22 years.
Yes, I have a picture of her on my website of you
It
with
was
locks. Did you see her hair?
Yeah.
Locks like this, so long. And that was the first thing when I hugged her. I said, we talked about the first thing that drove her crazy, and she said, my locks.
And
I cut them off
was my
before
biggest
I
fear.
started the chemo because I couldn't. I knew I wouldn't be able to take my locks falling
But
out.
you guys have beautiful small heads. Imagine this.
Small heads. My head like
No,
like
you
the
make
brain.
it work.
You can
I'm
see
trying to
every
tell you,
line,
make it work.
Oh my God,
But wait, we still got Cindy almost get. So Cindy, we're gonna say good night because we'll start rambling again. We're gonna say good night and good night to the
Good
kids.
night, bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye bye. She's sweet. She So clap it up for Cindy. Cindy comes through. Every week, we have people call in and ask questions. Cindy just happens to be always on point. And we're gonna take a break now. Thank you so much, Cindy, for calling in.
Let's give out another t-shirt.
I'm gonna kill her for giving out all my t-shirts, but oh, okay. We're giving out t-shirts. Let's
Not
see.
just free here, you got bills to pay.
Hold up, we sure do.